Welcome to the video lectures of SSMRB College. I am Professor Jitendra Kumar, Department of Computer Applications. Today we are going to discuss about what is XML, difference between HTML and XML, advantages of using XML extensive markup language, a small example of an XML document, and what is the general structure of writing an XML language. XML stands for Extensive Markup Language. The main advantage of using this language is distributing the data on the internet from different applications. It means that the source of the data can be from different applications and the data stored on the database can be distributed to different applications, such as the data present in the database, say a small bank, that can be given to a mobile device application, a Facebook application, a PDF application, a MS Word application. So XML can be used for distributing such data to different applications which are on the internet. That is important. And another very important objective of using this language is for creating our own markup languages. Markup languages such as HTML, XHTML. So all such languages are created and developed using this language called as extensive markup language. In this diagram you can see that XML language can be used for distributing the data to different applications. So here you have a database with all XML documents. So database with XML documents or XML web pages. From this database you are transferring the data to Word, MS Word, to a mobile phone, to a PDF, to some other handheld device. So from database, if you are distributing the data on the internet to different applications, then you can use the language called XML language. So from XML there are converters which will convert to HTML. From XML you can convert to mobile applications. From XML you can convert to PDF. So data from XML can be converted to different applications or distributed to different applications. Now let us see the difference between HTML and XML. We all know that HTML, hypertext markup language, this is the language which is used to describe the contents or design the contents of a web page, which can be seen or displayed in the browser. It means it focuses on the contents of the web page. But XML also is a markup language which allows to create our own tags, our own markup language that does not focus on contents of web page. That means if you want to design a web page, we learn a markup language. So such markup languages can be developed by using XML. Now let us see some few advantages of using XML. First advantage is sharing data between different applications. This we have already seen, easy to exchange the data on the internet among different languages or among different applications. Self-describing data, which means that when we look at any XML tags, XML commands, it is very easy to find out that what is going on or what each and every tag defines. Compared to HTML, the tags, understanding the tags by normal user is difficult. Create our own markup language. So this also we have seen that we can create our own markup language by using XML. One of the best example or application of this XML language is banking internet payment system. That means through the internet you can pay the amount to different clients. So when we pay the amount through the internet to different clients, every client may use different application. When a single bank will pay the amount to different clients using different application. One may use Google Pay, one may use UPI, one may use BMAP, one may use NEFT. So the data is transmitted. This is an example of an XML document. That is, when we start learning the language and develop our own programs, you can see an example of an XML document. First line says what is the XML version that we are going to use, which is a information to the browser. Here you have tag called as address and slash address. So this is a tag of XML, and this is a tag which is defined by the user, and it is not given by any XML document. So in XML document we can define our own tags. So this is the parent tag, and all these are child tags, and name slash name has the content called as Alice Lee, email, phone number, and birthday. So this is just an example to say or show that you can define your own tags by using an XML document, or design your own XML hypertext markup language. Now let us see an important question called what is the document structure of XML. Now what is called document structure of XML? When we start writing or develop a document or a web page or tags, our own tags using XML, what is the structure that has to be followed by the user? The first line should, whenever we start developing XML document, the first line should contain XML declaration. So this indicates, when we write this indicates that the document is an XML document. Say for example, when we start writing HTML, we write HTML tag. Same way, when we start writing in XML, we write an XML declaration. Example has been given here. Syntax $XML says XML document, version of the XML, encoding is equal to UTF-8. That is the encoding or the encoding algorithm which is used to encode all those XML tags by the browser. This is the UTF-8 algorithm, encoding algorithm. Now root element. Every XML document must and should contain a root element. All XML documents, any number of XML documents you design or develop, will have only one root element. Only one root element. Say for example, if you develop an HTML document, it has its root element, only one root element, which is HTML and slash HTML. Same way, every XML document will have only one root element. Then when we design an XML document, it can also contain child elements, and there can be any number of child elements, but all these child elements has to be represented or should be written only under root element with an opening and closing tag. Then you have elements. The contents between the start and end are called the content elements. So in this you have the elements called web programming and Matthew. So this web programming and Matthew can be called the elements, or we can call the contents, which is present between the start and end tag. So here the elements are nothing but the contents between start and end tag, such as web programming and Matthew as shown here. The last document structure, contents of last content of the XML document structure. There are attributes. Every element of an XML document can contain attributes, and attributes are placed within opening tag. A root element can contain an attribute, child element can contain an attribute, such as book, type equal to technical slash book. So here type is an attribute, and the value of the type attribute is defined as technical. So you can define your own attributes depending upon what kind of element or tag you are writing it. Every XML document structure also can contain comments. So comments in XML can be written as exclamatory hyphen and hyphen symbols enclosed within delimiters. The last one is root element closing. Every XML document will have only one root element, the begin root element and end root element. So here we are closing the root element by writing /books as we close /html.